All right, hey everybody, it's Ify, your advocate for better society and life coach. And I know every time we talk about, pushing out good messages just so we can have a better society. Of course, we want our society to be better, right? So we'll keep talking and talking until something happens. That's the whole idea. But I kind of feel like sometimes it's us. I don't know if that's an us kind of character or this is just some people want to say it's part of our DNA. I don't want to think so. I do not want to believe so, right? I'm not part of the school of thought that believes, nothing can change. But here's the scenario, right? I was actually at a birthday party for a little child. And of course, we had an MC and lots of kids around, parents were around, and all of that. We're having fun, playing all kinds of games, nice games, and all of that. So there was this one game that the MC was coordinating. So the whole idea was he called out the kids, okay, go around all the tables, bring the charger plates. So charger plates, those round plates that they used to decorate those tables, those gold ones, right? Gold or silver, whatever color. So he said, go around the table and search for the charger plates that have alphabets underneath. So I think they had pre-added or glued some alphabets to some of those charger plates just so they can use it for the game specifically. So he had asked the kids to go around and bring them. They did do that, right? So those of them who came back with the charger plates were the ones who were going to play the game. Okay. Game has started. Now he said, with the plates you have with your letters, whatever letter you have on your plate, meet yourselves and form a 3-letter word. So let's say form a letter word of the, right? THE, or for, FOR. So look for letters, amongst yourselves and come together, form a 3-letter word. Once you do, you've won. So come this way, something like that. So he kept explaining and explaining. Now these are children between the ages of, let's say, 5 and 13-ish, right? So different age group of children were all called out together. So while the children were trying to figure it out, he kept announcing, parents, don't help them, let them do this by themselves. Do you know some parents still were sneaking behind into the crowd of where these children were just to help their child win? Like, you come, and this letter is correct, oh yeah, go there, right? Allow these children to think with their brains. But no, the parents couldn't. They jumped in to come and even help to form a 3-letter word. At some point I got confused. I was like, I don't understand what's going on. So you can't leave your child to survive out there or to be able to exercise their brains, to showcase what they've been learning for the past God knows how many years you put them in school, that you have to jump in and help. And this is exactly what happens in most of our examinations or most of our test arenas where these children go for exams. Parents are running around to help their kids to cheat. How do you think they become the better person in the society tomorrow? Just imagine you helped your child to cheat his or her way through medical school, and God forbid one day the entire doctors are on strike or something, and you're ill, so ill that you went for an emergency. The only doctor who was on call that is your child that you have paid or cheated his or her way through to medical school. Tell me how you're going to survive. Right? So please, let's do the right thing, okay? Let's let their brain, God gave everybody brains, and those brains have the capacity to expand, to learn, to assimilate, and whatever, to diversify, whatever, right? Let's allow them to grow and try to do these things by themselves. By so doing, we are teaching them to become ready to take over this society tomorrow. You're handling it now because your parents raised you well, gave you the opportunity, forced you, amongst everything else. They say, I don't want to repeat a class. Your parents pushed you to do so because they wanted you to know and learn, and all of that. So we have to do that the same way to our children. Please, let's push them guide them in the right direction to be able to try these things out by themselves. Yes, we'll be there to guide, but don't jump in and be doing something that is wrong just because you want your child to cross over to the next level. The person has not passed that exam, like it or not. And that's how life will keep testing you. For every stage you move on to your next, you must write some kind of exam. It doesn't matter if it's in a class, it doesn't matter if it's a life situation. You would write some kind of an exam. Physical, mental, spiritual, whatever level of growth you're seeking. You have to go through that exam to be able to pass into the next level. in life. So please, let's start teaching them early that it's okay to be able to stretch yourself, to go through that struggle, to read through, to be able to get to that level, or of your desired growth. So as you keep going that length little by little, you'll get to where you're going to your destination with understanding, with the strength to carry on. And definitely God will help you all the way through, as long as you're sincere in what you're doing. So please, everybody, let's do our best to join our hands together to raise these young ones right in the right direction, so that way they get the right knowledge and also be able to pass it on to their next generation as well. I know God will help us. All right, I'll see you guys in my next video.